Good morning, YouTube. Afternoon, evening, whatever it is, and I shouldn't even say YouTube, I guess. Total War community, whatever you want me to call you. I don't know what it is, but welcome all. Hope you are ready to have some fun. We're going to be playing some Total War Rome 2 today, of course, and I hope you like the background picture I have up for you. This is a man from Patchy's Invisible Elephant Corps. You need to beware of them. Very dangerous units, as if elephants weren't dangerous enough. If you see men floating on what looks like elephant back, begin to be scared. In any case, we're going to get started soon. I'm going to just do a couple of things real quick. I'm going to switch into the game, and I'm going to do a sound check, and then check it on my Chromebook, which I have operating next to me. And the Chromebook is there to help me, of course, know that I am getting good sound, seeing the comments. In fact, you can probably hear me. Got to mute myself out there. So anyway, in any case, let me just check this, make sure the sound's working right. I'm going to be doing a little sound check here. So sound check, sound check, sound check, sound check. I do this every time before I record. So in case you all want to see me be even more of a nerd, this is your opportunity. So more sound check. Just clicking stuff here so I get some game sound to make sure that it's going to work out right. All right, I'm going to check that. I'll be back here briefly. Alright, I have checked the sound after the obligatory TGN intro, which I know some of you all may not like me having to do that, but if Air makes a little money, it definitely helps me make sure to have a good computer and to be able to buy the game and do everything so that I can share it with you. I'm getting feedback that the sound is good, so good morning comments section, good morning viewers. It says we have about 114 people on right now. To be honest, I have so much fun doing these events with you all that I don't care if there was just one or two people, I'd still do it. It's a great time, and I just wanted to say thanks to all of you folks who watch the videos. If it weren't for you watching and leaving the comments and kind of making this fun for all of us, or I say for all of us, it makes it fun for me, and it makes it fun for me to do this and to be able to bring you these videos. And I just really appreciate all of you who view the videos for whatever reason you view the videos, whether it's to look how stupid I am or because you enjoy it or whatever it is. Thanks for watching, and you really make this a good time, and I hope you all have a good time today. So today we're going to be playing some Rome 2, and we are in the duck mod. So I'm not really good with my broadcasting software yet, so I can't go show you from Steam because I'm not quite sure how to do it. But if you are in Steam in the games library, go to, there's down beneath where it shows you all your friends who play Rome 2, there's an area that says, what does it say? It's like well, I can look at it real quick even though you won't see it, just to make sure I'm telling you right. If you look underneath it, it says Steam Workshop, and there's a button that says Browse the Workshop. Click on that. Up in the search for Duck Mod. You should be able to find it really easy. I know I did. And just download, or you don't download it, you subscribe to it, and then when you push play on Rome Total War, it'll start up, and one of the buttons, there's the big play button. One of the other smaller buttons says Mod Manager. If you click on that, it will show you which mods you have active when you start the game. Make sure the duck mod is active, start your game, and you'll be able to join my battles. So otherwise my battle will be in the battle list. Even if you have regular Rome 2 without the duck mod, you'll be able to see my battle, but you won't be able to join it unless you subscribe to the duck mod. I don't know much about Agony Duck. I've watched him play in some tournaments. He's a great player, and he's made this mod, and again, this is the way I understand it, so if I get it wrong, he can feel free to correct me if I get it wrong. It looks like it's made for multiplayer balance. I've watched it used in some of Zaript and Prussian Prince's videos as they've done a couple of 2v2 tournaments, and it's been interesting to watch. Doesn't make the game 100% balanced and fair. I don't even know what that means. We all argue about it all the time. It definitely makes the multiplayer a little better, in my opinion. I like the multiplayer in Rome 2 as a general rule, but the problem is you got to have two people who basically decide not to be trolls, because otherwise you can just like spam chariots and elephants and it's nuts. So the reason I like the duck mod is because it kind of balances things out a little bit. Let me pop into the game and just show you all this just real quick. And I know that the reason you came is to do some battles, so I'm gonna hurry. But let me just switch my broadcaster over to show you all the game. And here we are in the custom battle screen. Let me just show you some of the things that Duck has done. One of the interesting things he did with Carthage right away that I love is he added this mercenary noble horse. He rebalanced some of the medium units, so notice that there's better stats here, for instance on the Siberian Cav. And this is not just Carthage, obviously this mod affects lots of units. The Iberian swordsmen have a little bit different stats. Same thing with these Gallic mercenaries. And then notice the cost of elephants has gone up substantially. So, and they're weaker, and I can't get into it all because there's a whole bunch of stuff. If you're interested, go read about it. It's in the CA Studio, or not CA Studio, the Steam Workshop. Where did I even come up with that? It's in the Steam Workshop. So, go check it out. I think it's interesting work. Is it perfect? I don't know. That depends on your definition of perfect, but it looks like fun, and I wanted to give it a try, and I figured what better way to give it a try than with you all to come join me in it. I'm going to start off with some 1v1 just so that we can hopefully not have a whole lot of lag. So the game name is called Duck Mod. If you want to join up, I'm going to make it real nice and simple. The password is 1, as in the number 1. You can see it there on my screen. I'm going to host. And let's go ahead and get a game up. So come on and join in. I'll just type it here in the comments as to game name is Duck Mod. Password is 1. Alright, so put it in the comments there for you all. So, ooh, I got too many players right off the bat. So before I end up having to boot people. Why are you doing it in 1v1, Air? How come we're not doing something more where more people can join? I just want to start off, give it a shot. Sometimes you have a lot of lag issues when you get into a big team battle, and I just want to start things off and have a little fun with the game. I'll go ahead and put it on large fun. So the game is, we have a challenger here. We got Hair Helmet who's joined in. So let's say welcome. Seems to be happy to be here. Glad to have him. Welcome to the game, Hair Helmet. It's exciting. You get to be the first person I play on the Duck mod, so this will be fun for both of us. Any map that you like? So I'll see if there's any map that that Hair Helmet likes, and we'll just have some fun here. So, and as far as a faction, I got to give Carthage a try in the Duck mod here. I can't resist it. I know it doesn't make like Carthage all of a sudden a power faction, but it's so this is literally his first multiplayer game. Okay, well, I will choose one. Just have fun. Alright, so it's his first multiplayer game, so why don't we give him a welcome to multiplayer. How about that? Your first multiplayer game gets to be on YouTube. I don't know if you all know this, and I don't know if it's entirely true, but when I got a chance to go visit CA Studio before the release of Rome 2, I was, man, so excited to get an opportunity to play multiplayer. I don't know that it was all ready yet. I really just got to look at the campaign. And so I know how that goes when you're about to have a first game of multiplayer and you're just kind of wondering, what's this game going to be like? What do I do? It can be pretty daunting. So in any case, let's pick a map. Let's see. Migdole is a great map. We'll go there. So we'll load it. So we're all loaded up on Migdole, and I think this is the Migdole that I want. Yeah. Okay. Attacker direction comes from the west, and it looks like we're pretty much getting ready here, so let me throw together an army. I'm actually going to turn my screen back over to Patchy's Invisible Elephant Corps while I'm doing the... Ooh, whoops, TGN screen, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I'm going to turn it back over to Patchy's Invisible Elephant Man so that I can choose my army in relative peace here, and we'll see how it goes. So it looks like Hair Helmet is probably going to stick with Rome. So this ought to be a fun matchup here, Rome versus Carthage. Roman infantry is far superior to mine. As Carthage, though, I should have some interesting opportunities here. Sorry, I'm just choosing my army here, so that's why I'm not speaking out loud. So be patient. I'll be done momentarily. Pick whatever. So he's asking me what faction he wants me to pick. He wants that I want him to pick. Just pick whatever you want. I am ready when you are. Have fun. Alright, so I've picked an army. Just waiting on my opponent to get ready. So while we're sitting here in the ready screen, I figured this would be a fun opportunity. Notice you all like my picture there. I see someone's comment, Elephant Dude can fly. Yeah, that was a glitch that happened when I was playing some campaign one day. Good times. So it's definitely I think something that's probably been fixed. I don't know if y'all are still seeing the flying elephant man, but in any case, it's just a picture I got when I was playing some campaign. Oh, what I was gonna say is I was driving home. And I was excited because I'm about to get to do a live event with y'all. I like doing the live events. And I was sitting there thinking as I drive through Bentonville, Arkansas, where I live, you know, that folks from all over the world or all over the states or wherever might be watching today. And first of all, if you all want to give me a shout out, let me know where you're watching from. And it's always fun for me to see where everybody's at. And it kind of made me wonder, you know, what if I had someone from over the world come to Bentonville? You know, what would we do for fun today? And I was thinking how fun it'd be to, you know, show you all the awesome mountain bike trails we have. I love that. If it was the summertime, we'd definitely have to go hit Beaver Lake, do some wakeboarding. And it makes me curious. What do you do for fun where you live? Throw some stuff out there in the comments. If Air were to come visit your country, what's the one thing he should see, or your town? I'm just curious to know what everybody else likes to do for fun there. So throw that in the comments. I'll take a look at it as it comes across if I can, as long as it doesn't come across in the middle of a battle, which it might. Looks like my opponent's still not quite ready yet. As soon as he is, we can get started. It is his first time, so we'll cut him a little bit of a break. So, yep, this ought to be fun. Again, if you all want to know more about Duck Mod, go check it out in the Steam Workshop. Let's see. All right, my opponent is ready. The battle is starting. So the Battle of Migdole is underway. Let me I got to Alt and Tab out to switch back over to the broadcaster so that I can bring you all into the Battle of Migdole. So Carthage versus Rome. It is this guy's first match, so we'll see how it goes. It'll be particularly embarrassing for me if I blow it, but that's okay. I'm not afraid to lose. I've done it a lot. So let's see. We got a bunch of people calling out where they're from. Let's see. We got Belgium. Looks like Kentucky, UK, Maine, USA, Hungary, Sweden, Denmark, UK, Cleveland, Ohio, Cambridge, Finland, Netherlands, California, San Diego, Portugal, Greenville, North Carolina, Sweden, another Kentucky, San Fran, London, Sweden, Netherlands, Serbia, England, Jersey, awesome, and I'm guessing New Jersey. I don't know. I'm guessing there's a Jersey in the UK as well. I'm not very familiar with your geography, so forgive me. I mean, no offense. We got more Finland, Sweden, Canada, Denmark. So someone tell me something. The northern or the Scandinavian countries. Do you all have good fishing there? I love to fish, and it's always made me curious. Like, it seems like obviously the wintertime's pretty harsh, but I've always wondered how cool it would be to see your country. The countryside, the rugged countryside, and always made me wonder because I kind of like being an outdoorsman every now and then. So let me all know what you think if you're from that area. I'd be curious to know what kind of outdoor stuff you have there. But thanks for shouting that out. It looks like we got Scotland, Somerset. I see Greece, Turkey, Canada, Romania, Oklahoma. Sweet, Zach Taylor, you're the man. Boomer Sooner. I hope you're not an OSU fan, or else I just ticked you off. But if you're an OU fan, then a good time to be from Oklahoma right now. I was actually born in Oklahoma, which is in the U.S., of course, for anybody not familiar with it. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. That was where Air started out his life. So, just getting my army set up here. I've gone with a pike formation to guard my skirmishers. I've got Libyan. Well, that's interesting. There's no formation attack. I wonder if he just disabled it altogether. Yeah, looks like formation attack's just disabled altogether. Interesting. So that's something that I see different right away here in the duck mod. I've got a couple of African elephants. Not the war elephants, just African elephants. Elephants are much more expensive. They're not quite as strong. So I like that, though, because it creates a little more of a risk-reward situation rather than more of a guaranteed plow-through. They are still strong, but they're not as insane. I have three Iberian Cav, which are not great, but they're decent in a prolonged melee. Their morale isn't all that fantastic. This is the Iberian Cav here, by the way. This was the Mercenary Noble Horse. This is a unit that I think should have been delivered with Carthage. It's obviously a Gallic heavy horse, and probably should have been delivered with Carthage from the get-go. I'm just gonna group my. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna group this unit in the center and be a little more flexible with my other troops, I think. So, so ready. Good luck. Good luck. Have fun. All right. So, I'll wait until my opponent says he's ready, because he is new. I want to give him plenty of time to set up his army. That way it'll hopefully be fair. I need to go ahead and put my pikes in pike formation before I forget. The pikes do have formation attack, interestingly enough. So, cool to see. All right, my opponent is ready. He's readied up. So let's kick this inauguratory, if that's even a word. Might have just made up a new word, similar to what I did on my Carthage campaign the other day. Although I would have to say that Pizzone, made a misclick already. Pizzone is a cooler word than what I just, the one I just made up, inauguratory, if it is a word. Okay, I'm gonna just focus on getting my army moved up quicker. Looks like most of my units are hidden, and obviously my opponent's units are hidden. So we're gonna need to do a little scouting. I'll use one of my Iberian Cav to do that. I'm actually gonna flip around and try and dictate the battle a little bit from a reverse position, because sometimes that actually makes it easier. Looks like I see some Roman troops popping up over here now. So got some legionary cohorts, veteran legionnaires, war dogs. Interesting choice. Syrian archers, general and bodyguard. Praetorian guards for morale support, it looks like. We've got a couple of Triari. I don't see any Cav as yet. I'm assuming he probably has it. So let's start to reform. And let's get set up to come face our opponent over here. And I'm going to do a little bit of scouting over here in these woods just to see if my opponent hid anything from the outset. Don't want to get hit from behind. It's too bad that Carthage doesn't have any access to ambush troops, since Hannibal was so famous for ambushing. But that's okay. I think one of the things that a lot of us liked about Rome 1 was that each faction kind of had a feel to it, and you kind of knew how you were going to have to use that faction when facing others. And yeah, we found some in a hidden Praetorian Cav, 2 of them. So always pays to scout there. Gonna have to keep an eye on those fellers, as they are very superior to my Cav here. His infantry is superior to my own as well. Not by a ton, but I think it's superior at least. Duck rebalanced a lot of he rebalanced a lot of units. So I don't know exactly how this balance plays out as of yet. Okay, so I'm going to move it up just a little more here. My opponent is moving that Praetorian Cav around, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on the mini-map. Use my elephants if necessary to support my Cav. I'm pulling my mercenary noble horse over here to help face those guys down as well, since it's better suited to that type of fight. Do believe that I have a skirmish advantage. I've got a couple of Libyan peltasts, as well as
Warriors ready. Riders forward.
I've got a couple of Libyan peltasts, as well as 2 Balearic slingers. So I'm feeling somewhat confident in a skirmish fight. He does have auxiliary Syrian archers, which are not bad units, but they're pretty expensive, and I think that my Balearic slingers would be able to dispatch them. Of course, this is speaking from knowledge of Vanilla Rome 2, not Duck Mod, so if I'm completely wrong, then I'm sure that I'll end up paying the price. So I think we've kind of pushed back my opponent's flanking attempt. I'm gonna turn off the fire at will on these slingers and see if I can exchange a little fire with the Syrian archers. I'd like to take them out of the picture. I think his cav is still hidden over in these woods. I'm going to go see if I can maybe spark a confrontation. I think that I have a momentary advantage. Oh, war dogs on the way. That's actually a really smart move on the part of my opponent, and I just wasted a quick reload. He's charging with his Praetorian cav. I'm going to meet his charge. Frenzied charge. Hopefully wrap him up here. I'm trying to retreat my Balearic slingers behind the safety of this phalanx, because the phalanx will help stop the war dogs. So that was a calculated move on my part, and it looks like it's going to pay off, because those war dogs would have trashed me. I've got men wavering right off the bat, which is probably some mercenary Iberian cav. These are tough troops that we're engaged with. Probably should have trampled charged my elephants as well. Okay, I'm going to give my Balearic slingers fire orders here. This cav fight's not going great, but with my noble horse and the elephants there, I've got some staying power. My mercenary Iberian cav got chewed up, but we're going to pretty badly damage the... Oh, no. Don't waste those javelins, man. Don't waste. He's going to fire at my elephants with flaming arrows. That's a pretty good move. I wasn't paying attention. Hopefully they don't run amok. So he's going to drive my elephants back. I've got my mercenary Balearic slingers working on his Syrian archers.
The enemy's hidden units.
Alright.
Orders, my lord. Elephants at the ready. Advance at speed.
I'm going to use my peltast to see if I can soften up a few of his infantry units. Okay, looks like he's going to push to a flank here, which could force me to open up a hole in the center. I'm going to take this cav far and around, see if I can get some elephant support into the flank. Got this noble cav here. Right now, he's got an advantage here, so I'm going to try and peel off. I need to get these elephants into this fight, and I'm trying to get my pikemen into that fight. I'm going to see if I can get my Libyan peltast involved there. I'm going to try and get my elephants involved in this fight with his legionnaires as well. See if we can take this cav around. My Balearic slingers are about to get betrayed because his legatus has an open shot here. I'm going to have to... Okay, I think I'm gaining an advantage on this one flank over here. I'm going to see if I can get my noble cav into the back of these guys over here. Okay, yeah, it looks like I have an initial advantage going on here. The Roman infantry in this mod is not going to be nearly as good against the Carthaginian infantry as it is in vanilla. Pikes are still not fantastic from what I've seen. I'm going to use my Balearic slingers to see if I can kill some of these routing troops before they come back against me. I think we've got a solid wrap-up going here, though.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Alright, so it says the battle's turning in my favor. It looks like it is indeed kind of wrapping up here. Got some good rear charges in. Alright, so tell my opponent GG. Alright, and I'll see if I can save the replay here. We'll just I don't know what to call it. I hate how there's a timer when you're trying to count it here. Fun 1. Okay. All right. There we go. So that was the first match on the Duck mod. It was Carthage versus Rome. Let's take a look at the results. I was able to get some good kills with this mercenary noble horse because a lot of those kills probably came against Praetorian Cav, which is pretty strong. This noble horse is a decent cav. I don't know how their stats compared. I didn't look before the battle. My Libyan infantry did fairly well considering they were facing Roman infantry. These mercenary Iberian cav got trounced by Praetorian cav, which is understandable. These did a little better where I think they were just involved in a rear charge. Noble horse, I didn't use trample charge, so not surprising it didn't get a lot of kills. Elephants obviously did a lot of my striking power, which is what I hoped. But then, again, look at these peltasts here racking up over 100 kills between the two units. That made them somewhat important because those were infantry kills. I was targeting them on his infantry, and you can just see that his Roman infantry corps was not effective. Not even his Praetorians, who were stronger units. So it ended up working out for me in that sense. So hope you all enjoyed it. After the game, I'm going to go ahead and boot you out. Don't take it personally. It's just me clearing up the spot for the next game. So the game is open. There is no, or the password's 1, just the number 1. It's called Duck Mod. You have to have the Duck Mod to participate. Please join in. The game is open. Thank you, Hair Helmet, I think was his name. Thank you for joining the game. And now we have Obi-Wan Kenobi 712. So let's welcome him. Hello. And let's say any map or faction you prefer. Whatever you like. So rules are up to you. When you join my game, you tell me what you want the rules to be, as long as it's not utterly ridiculous. Obviously, I'll make room for whatever you want to do. So he says not really, so I'll just go out and pick a map. So let's find one. Let's see. What is going to be a decent map? Let's see. Got Alexandria and Memphis. Rhodos. Recently fought. That's probably from the campaign. Athenae, Pella, Octaduran. Let's see. Is this a grassland map? Because that might be too boring. Yeah, I don't know what that one is. Let's see. Never seen this one yet. Looks kind of boring as well. I like maps that have got a little flavor to them here. Let's just pick something and see what we get. How about Tarraco? We got some grassland out here. Interesting. Almost a little too much forest for my liking there. But I need to pick something quick. This one ought to be fun. Attacker comes from the west, but then that puts us on weird ground. Yeah, it'll be fine. Let's load this one. It might start me at a little bit of a disadvantage. My opponent's picked Macedon, so I'm going to pick a new faction. And, I don't know, let's just see what we can go for here. He's picked Macedon, so who would be a fun Macedon matchup here? Let's pick... Ah, heck, let's go with Athens just for fun. I don't know that I've ever used Athens in one of these games. So, let's see. Let's check out my units. Well, actually, you'll see which units I pick. I'm going to tab out again and force you all to stare at the flying elephant man while I pick my army, so that this will be a little more of a surprise for you. My opponent is ready. He's just readied up. I'm not near ready yet. Alright, and I'm ready. So, he says Flying Elephant Man could save Carthage one day. This is true. Good luck, have fun to my opponent, and, whoops, I tabbed out before I readied it up, so give me just a second, tab back in, start the battle. I have no idea if this is a good Athens pick. Obviously, I'm not much of a strategist when it comes to Rome 2 yet, because I haven't played a whole lot of multiplayer battles online. So, definitely a little bit new to me. And so the Battle of Tolosa, as it were, is going to begin soon. It looks like we're both starting on fairly even ground. It looks like there's a hill in the middle with some forest, so this ought to be interesting. Almost kind of reminds me of Rivertown. Not exactly, obviously, because you don't have the river from Shogun 2, but you know how it had the big hill in the center with some forest on top. Maybe this one won't be anything the same, I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, the game is loading up. I think we might venture into a 2v2 on the next match, so for those of you all wanting to get in, get ready for some 2v2 action. We might do a siege in the duck mod just to try that as well, if we have time on the end. I am limited, I think, till 11 o'clock my time, which is about 30 more minutes. So we should be able to get a couple more matches in at least. And I wanted to keep this one a little shorter than the last one. I know some of you all don't mind me doing the really long things, but 3 hours is a lot, and I'm like, I probably shouldn't push my fans too much here. Or viewers, I shouldn't say fans. I don't know that because you watch, you are a fan. You may not be. You may watch because you are my sworn enemy, and this is okay. You can do whatever. Hoplites don't really have a good charge bonus on here, but neither do these swords. So let me tab out and just make sure I remembered to click into the video. I'm pretty sure I did. Yep, just wanted to make sure you're not watching a Flying Elephant Man while I talk about a battle. So basically, I brought a mercenary hoplite corps with the hope that it can hold for a while, be more defensive, defend my skirmishers. I have a bunch of skirmishers. I've got 3 slingers and 2 archers. Cheap ones, definitely cheap. I've got some mercenary Tarentine cav here, and some of you might be wondering why I brought it, because typically Jav cav is not particularly useful, but in this case I brought it. Oh, I forgot how many skirmishers I brought, actually, because I have more. I'm going to support this flank with these guys here.
General!
Yes, I have probably too many skirmishers. I have some mercenary Thracian skirmishers as well, but you know what? Athens is a skirmish-heavy faction. I've gone skirmish-heavy. Will it pay off? Time will only tell. So I'm going to put my groups into a... I don't really need to put those guys in a group. Alright, got my guys into a couple of different groups here. No idea what to expect from the Macedonian opponent here. I could see this going either good or bad. We'll find out here momentarily. Let's run my Tarentine cab up here to do some scouting. And let's see. I think my general just called our foes simpletons and bumpkins, which I like. Being from the south, bumpkin is a word that I am familiar with. See some Macedonian troops up here on the hill. I see foot companions, royal peltist. So all 4 of the units I see so far I'm extremely afraid of. Let's see, another foot companion. So let's see what we got. Overall I'm seeing 4 foot companions and 3 royal peltist. Elite units are more expensive in this mod. Let's see if we can go do a little skirmishing with my Tarentine cav here. It's kind of the reason I brought these guys, is just to be a nuisance. It looks like they have Parthian shot now. I don't know if they had that in vanilla or not, but that's kind of helpful. I'm not causing any damage thus far to that royal peltist. So let's just go do some more scouting. There's got to be more Macedonian troops, and here they are. Companion cav, companion cav. Seeing 4 companion cav. Let's see if we can lead them off. Try and get them away from the fight. Okay, my slingers are in range, so I'm going to let them do some work. I'm going to split up my Tarentine cav. See if I can lead these companion cav on a chase. I think he accidentally used trample on them, so now they're going to be exhausted. This is really good for me. My slingers are opening fire on his royal peltist, And I'm gonna see, these guys don't have any special abilities, and his cav's not around to support, so I'm actually thinking about taking these Thracian skirmishers and see if I can lay into these guys as well. Let's go pester his companion cav some more. I'm gonna put my veteran hoplites on this hill.
Our hidden units have been discovered.
Yes, Commander. Peltasts! Take aim!
Okay, really just want to keep this companion cav away from the fight. That's my main goal at this point. Got my Thracian Peltast chasing him down here.
Advance at speed! Ready and waiting.
I'm gonna keep these Hippeus Lancers hidden over
Right
here.
into the double! At speed! Double time!
He's probably gonna come try and chase away my Dacians, so I'm gonna run them back.
Advance at speed!
Kind of vulnerable at the moment. Just gonna let my skirmishers keep doing their work.
Our hidden units have been discovered.
Peltasts!
I'm luring this Royal Peltast around, getting some nice shots on it. He's gonna retreat now, so I'm gonna turn actually and see if I can hit him with a few javelins. My Hippeus Lancers in the woods are visible now as well. Oh yeah, that was great. Just really put some hurt down on this Peltast.
Our hidden units have
Try
been
and get some
discovered.
javelins in on that foot companion unit there from the flank. That is their non-shield flank, so hopefully that'll be effective. Gotta counter this with a trample charge. And I'm gonna come support this fight with some infantry as well. Hippeus Lancers are probably outmatched by companion cav, but I did manage to last second charge. Let's get my slingers back out front to do some work. Did manage to get some kills on that foot companion with my Tarentine cav. I'm gonna run it away, I see him coming here. And it looks like I'm pretty convincingly winning this fight against his companion cav. He might be trying to pull out of that fight, I can't tell.
The enemy general is
Okay,
dead.
his general's down. Gonna let my skirmishers keep working over his heavy infantry before I engage, because his heavy infantry is quite powerful, and I need to beware of them and use the skirmishing corps that I've brought.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Okay. I'm gonna bring my pikes forward and put a little pressure right here. This is actually an interesting map. I kind of like this map. May have started me with a little bit of an advantage though, now that I'm sitting here looking at it. Alright. So this Tarentine cav is, it's skirmisher cav, but it has the benefit of being a little bit heavier in melee attack, so it kind of has light cav type stats other than the charge. Of course, it doesn't have a good charge. And his companion cav is going to be exhausted, or very tired from at least having used that trample too early. That was a mistake. That's something you want to keep an eye on. Actually, these guys don't have heavy shot, they just got standard shot. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move in.
Double time!
Okay,
Ready!
see if I can get these guys down here.
Double time!
Causing a lot of damage to his troops with missile fire, so you can see they are being substantially weakened. Gonna try and engage his Royal Peltast over here and get a rear charge with my
One of our
Hippeus
units has
Lancers.
used all its ammunition.
Quickly now!
And let's get around his flank over here.
Break advance!
Get into hoplite wall. try and use my swords to keep his companion cav at bay for a second while I hit some hammer and anvil strikes here.
Our general is under attack.
Use my peltas to see if we can knock out his, comes my Tarantine cav from behind. So that's going to work out. So really just used my Hoplite wall here to just slow him down, while my Thorax swordsman and cav could do some work on the flank. And the idea was obviously hoping that I could win a skirmish battle and force my opponent into a position that he didn't want. And it worked out this time. Again, I'm not like some kind of fantastic player. I don't know this mod. Obviously, probably a lot of you don't really know this mod very well. But I like the battles a little better in it. I like the balance, and I like knowing that a lot of these medium units aren't completely worthless. So I hope you all are seeing a little bit different gameplay out of it for that reason. So if you look at my skirmishers there, these cheap slingers getting that many kills is definitely worthwhile because they were killing on very experienced units. My Tarantine cav, not a particularly large amount of kills, but again, kills against expensive units. The units are, let's see, for joining. All right, so I'm just telling my my opponent, good game and thanks for joining. Appreciate that. Thanks for joining in, Obi-Wan Kenobi. It was a fun match. I'm going to go ahead and open this one up to a 2v2. And again, to try and help go away from a little lag, we're going to switch it over to medium funds. And I'm going to switch maps. So let's select a new map. Let's see if we can find another fun map here. I actually really like that map. I need to mark it as a favorite. Okay. Got this one here. Let's see what we got up here. Doesn't look very interesting. Let's see what else we got. Oh, looks like we have new players in, but I'm just picking the map, so give me just a second. Not really liking the look of that one either. Just picking a map. So it will be 2v2. This one looks kind of fun. It's got a little bit of a hill in the center. Attackers come from the... Let's say the attackers come from the east. That way the attacker comes from the more uphill position, so hopefully if anybody's going to camp, it won't be in a great uphill position. So let's say, hello all, welcome, have fun, and it's a land 2v2. Alright, so we're getting set for another 2v2. Oh, this General Santucci. I think he has a YouTube channel, doesn't he? I think he does. I think I've seen his YouTube videos before. So if you're watching this, let's see. Santucci. Do you have a YouTube? I think I saw him doing some Let's Compare Units videos. I look around at Total War videos sometimes just to see what people are making. Hey. Cool. I saw a few of your videos. Nice work. Alright. So, oh, there's different factions in the Duck mod. I don't know if I mentioned this to you all. So there's a few factions that he added in. Lusitani, which is an Iberian faction. So I think I'm going to pick them just for fun here. So let's see, there may be some problem here as the game isn't responding well. Yeah. Game may be bugged because I can't do anything with my army. No? No? Okay, never mind. I was looking at someone else's army. My bad. I'm stupid. He added the Cantabri too, which is an Iberian faction, which is cool. I'm trying to remember who else he added. Oh, Odyssean Kingdom, which is a Dacian faction or Illyrian faction, one of the two. And then he added the Getae as well, which again is one of those two factions. I don't know exactly which one's which, so forgive me, Air is not exactly a student of history. He's an engineer. So, anyway, I'm going to pick the Lusitani. Looks like my teammate, General Santucci, is going to pick the Seleucids. And it looks like we're up against the Getae and Galatia. So, should be a lot of fun. I noticed I haven't even been using my general abilities this whole time. I really got to up my game here. In any case, it's medium funds, 2v2. I'm going to tab out so that you all can't see the armies that we're choosing. And go back to the... Oops, I always accidentally click the TGN screen rather than the Flying Elephant Man. So anyway, I'll be the Lusitani. Should be a lot of fun. Get to show you some some cool units, and they do have some cool units. I am excited. It's gonna be fun. So let's see. Alright, just trying to pick an army at the moment. Okay, just taking a look at the chat here. Alright. Let's see. Just trying to figure out what I want to do with the rest of my army here. It's an interesting conundrum. Medium funds are a little different. I'm not exactly used to it. It's always a good question on what to do with medium funds. And I think I have a decent build here. We'll give it a shot. Looking at Santucci's build. Alright. So, again, it's going to be Seleucid and Lusitani. Lusitani are the faction that's going to look kind of yellow versus Getae and Galatia. Getae has kind of a brown with some either light, it looks like light blue, and then you have Galatia, of course, which you all should be familiar with from the regular game. So, that is the factions at the moment. So let's get things started. It looks like General Santucci's ready. I'm ready. So good luck, have fun. Ready? And I'm gonna ready up. And I'm just gonna wait until everybody is ready though before I flip over again so that no one sees the armies and we can have a good time here. I don't know that this is I like the Lusitani. They're a cool faction. I think there's a lot of different ways you could use them too, which is kind of neat. Alright. Oh, just waiting on Olab's warrior here. Or Olabe, however you say it. Alright, folks. Looks like it's getting started here, so let me switch on in. We've got the Battle of Bedorges? Bedor? Yeah, I can't say it. No idea how to say it. So, attackers... I'm not even sure who's who here. I think I'm starting in the yellow with General Santucci. There is obviously a hill on the south end of the map, and towards the center looks to be more upland, more lowland on our side. I'm not team chatting with General Santucci, so it's gonna be hard for me to communicate with them, especially since team chat in Rome 2 is not all that fantastic. But it is what it is. We'll live. Anyway, I think we're ready to get into the game. So here we are on the map. It's a little more gentle than it looks, so this will be fun. I like this map. I might say this one is a favorite too. I like ones that have some terrain. I think our opponents are going to start with a little bit of a terrain advantage here. And there's a whole lot of forest here. I'm not sure that does me much good since I'm wanting to skirmish. I might take this lower land, but of course if we let our opponents capture the hill, that wouldn't be good. But then again, I'm not really sure I have the appropriate army to stop them from capturing the hill. This ought to be interesting. Just make sure I tabbed in right. I'm pretty sure I did. Yep, okay. Just making sure I'm in game. So, yep. Let's get this army set up. So I brought a couple Iberian tribesmen, which are just horrible cheap spears. And there's only one purpose for these guys, and that's to protect my skirmishers and to save my swords maybe from getting cav charged. So I'm going to set up my army here. I'm going to use my slingers right here with the spearmen, and then I have some sword units. My general is in a Lusitani noble unit, which is a very capable swordsman. Looks to be on about the same level as a Oathsworn or something. Looks very strong. You can see they're armored there. Looks like they're carrying a Falcata type sword. Very cool unit. And then here's my main infantry corps, which is these veteran shield warriors. You can see these guys in campaign from time to time. Of course, Iberian tribesmen, nothing to laugh at, or nothing to be afraid of. Balearic slingers, good units. I've got out here some mercenary Cantabrian cav. You'll notice these guys, or the Cantabrian cav right here. These guys have 40 attack. Terrible charge, 44 defense, great health, no armor, and decent morale. This is a cool unit right here because it's a mix of light cav and skirmisher cav, very similar to the Tarentine cav that I was using in the last fight. Very excited to use these guys. I've got a couple of skirmishers I'm going to keep in the back. And let's see, I'm going to once again move this group as one. Make sure my Balearics, okay, those guys are good. No idea what the plan is here. Let's take a look at General Santucci's army. He's got a pike corps, so to know our plan. yeah. Can't give that away. Yeah. Just private message here. Yeah. Let's just stick together and play it by ear. All right.
Cantabrian cavalry.
Got my Scutari cav. Put one of those on each flank, and I'm going to use my Cantabrian cav to do some harassment, skirmishing type work. Okay. And let's see. We can fall back to skirmish if necessary. No need to rush. Okay. Alright, so I think our general plan is to stick together, try and do a little skirmishing and see if we can win. So here we go. Ready? Good luck, have fun to all. Alright, yep, so team chat's not real easy. The one thing that that Rome 2 does make easy is they've got these map markers where you can draw. So as much time as we spend giving this game a bad rap, there are some things about it that are massive improvements. And I think it's important to call those out as much as it's important to Okay, folks, I think I might be back on. Not sure. We'll find out. I'm going to turn the sound on my Chromebook so that if it comes back up live, I'll be able to hear and make sure the sound's still working. So I am, I believe, back up. Let me just confirm it before I rehost the match, and we'll go back at it. No idea why my computer crashes sometimes when I'm live. It must be something to do with the programs or something. I don't know. It doesn't crash very often. Anyway, I'm going to mute out for just a second, make sure the game sounds back and good. Alright, it is all working. Stream's good to go. I'm going to rehost the match. Once again, the name of the match is going to be Duck Mod, and the password's 1. So join up. It is a 2v2. I apologize. I don't really have an easy way to get you back in if you were in the previous match, so if you don't make it back in, I'm sorry. I do apologize for that. I was looking forward to playing the match with General Santucci. Thought that was going to be fun. Wanted to use my Lusitani army here, but who knows, maybe I'll get to use them again. So it looks like we have King Daniel in. Anybody else want to come join? Come on and join. It is back up. Game name is DuckMod. Password's 1. You saw it on my screen there just a moment ago. So feel free to come join up. Let's fill this back up. Sorry it crashed. This will be the last match that I have time to do, by the way, because I was going to end it by 11, but I'm not going to end it with a crashed game. So, you know, we're gonna push on forward through that. So, so yeah, come on, join back in. We've got 2 open slots. The game name is DuckMod. The password is 1. So, yeah, 2 slots open. Let's not leave these open for long. Come join in, folks. I do want to use the Lusitania. I'm curious what the Cantabri look like. Let me show you the Cantabri while we're waiting. So they have noble fighters. Not as good as the... Looks like they have more melee defense maybe than the other ones. Not as good, but interesting unit. Noble fighters. They have guerrilla warriors as well. Cool. Take a look at their cav. Noble cav. That's a tough one. Iberian cav. And then they have the Cantabrian cav that I was fielding there. Interesting units. Fun. So... yeah, come on, join in, folks. 2 more spots. Come on. You don't want this last one to be a 1v1, do you? Come join in. Let's take a look at the Getae here real quick. General Santucci's back. Awesome. So, welcome back. All right, and we have a full game, and it looks like Olave's Warrior's back as well, so maybe only 1 player different. I'm actually going to go ahead and just switch back to the Lusitania since I want to use them. Gonna probably switch up my army just a little bit here so that, you know, just in case someone's paying attention, they don't get me, but I mean, I don't know if it makes a difference in the end. So, just gonna tab back out, and it looks like the stream status just says, okay, recommended bit. Hopefully the stream's alright, maybe. Hopefully it's good quality. I mean, I'm sitting here watching it, it looks like it's okay. Maybe not the highest quality. That's just one of the trade-offs from doing a live stream. It's not gonna be as good quality if I record it locally. So I do apologize for that. Let me switch you over to Flying Elephant Man. And let's get this thing started. Just going to be choosing my army, so if I'm not talking a lot, don't worry. I'm still here. It's all good. Air has not left. Let's see what we can do here, folks. Let's see what we can do. Just thinking about what kind of army to pick at the moment, so... may have to deal with elephants from the Seleucids. That's something I need to be ready for. Setup I have. Ready to start the battle on my end, so we're just waiting on King Daniel and Olave's Warrior. So right now it is Seleucid and Lusitani versus Seleucid and Getae. Might have to keep an eye on which Seleucid player is which. So there is a Seleucid player on either team. It's time for me to tab on over into the game, so hopefully we don't get a crash. That would be very, very bad. 2 in a row. Don't know that we can deal with that. So yeah, here we go. The battle's popping back up. And I'll hop in there and we'll get things started and try and finish out this live stream as a success. I know it's a little bit longer than what I had planned, but that's okay. I think we're good. It's been fun, man. The Duck Mod's pretty entertaining, and we might have to do this more often. I think I'm going to have some time in February to do some live streams, maybe over a weekend as well. So who knows? Maybe we can even throw together just kind of a fun, quick Duck Mod tournament. Just to have a good time So back here on the map, just waiting for everybody to load in. Hey, just for fun in the comments, if you all want to throw this in, why don't you all, if you're looking at the picture of Elephant Man, Flying Elephant Man, why don't you all tell me what you think is either going through his head or what he's saying to his companions while he's flying over an invisible elephant. So just have some fun with that. Throw in your guesses. I'm actually... My guys would do a little bit better in the woods against a Seleucid type army, but not so much against a Getae type army. So, not sure where to go with this. Can't face down Seleucid Cav. I'm going to... man, I don't know if I just want to give up the hill, though, either. I mean, this is a tough position. Could get chased down that hill. That's not exactly good. I think I'm going to deploy over here this time. In case you all are wondering, I did end up bringing the self-same army. Made it look like I was going to bring something different, but I did not. Maybe you all guessed that one, though. Maybe that's not some crazy good strategy on my part. I am going to try and leave a little surprise there. I'm going to let the Seleucid player face the hill. So I'm going to let General Santucci face the hill. I think he would have a little bit better chance. Being able to slow down a rush since he's got pikemen, and then I'll just support him. And I need to bring my general over here as well. I'm going to actually add him to this group. Okay. I think we're ready to rock and roll. Alright. Trying to think, so maybe if General Santucci can hold this area, and then I will wrap around. Always good to have a plan. Whether or not it works is a different story. This would give our opponents a superior skirmishing position, but it sounded like the Getae player meant to rush, so... Sorry folks, I was clicking the wrong buttons there. Oh, General Santucci's headed up the hill. I need to go support him then. Can't just let him go alone.
Cantabrian cavalry.
We got... Ooh, that's not going to be any good. See a bunch of noble horsemen over there. And he's rushing with spear warriors, it looks like. Seleucids are going to end up getting a great skirmishing position, but if I put my guys in these woods, it should be alright. See what else the Seleucids have got. Gimikav, Thorax Pikemen, Thorax Swordsman, Hellenic Cataphracts, and another Gimikav.
Shield warrior! Advance at speed! Order! What are your orders?
My Skutari Cav's not going to be much of a match for any Gimikav. And it looks like the Seleucid player is just planning on charging.
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
At speed! Form shield wall!
The enemy is attacking our ally.
Okay, he's just coming in with the Cataphract charge. I went into shield wall. He's going to back off that now. Looks like he's just feinting. Maybe trying to get me into an engagement that I don't want to be in. I'm going to keep my Skutari Cav behind my lines here. They've discovered my Cantabrian Cav, so I'm just going to retreat it. My skirmishers are kind of firing away at the moment.
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
Opponent's kind of just pushing around on me with his cav. Being very active. Good plan on his part. Okay, so he's committed to a charge over here.
My lord.
And he probably will kill my
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
We await your orders.
Gonna have to watch my skirmishers though, because this is gonna leave them somewhat open to attack.
Orders, my lord.
But I'm definitely gonna have to commit some
My lord, loyal.
power into this fight. I'm gonna start throwing javelins at his Hellenic Cataphract. See if I can kill his general. Looks like General
Our men
Santucci's
flee the
engaging.
field of battle. This is a
I
shameful
lost
display.
a sword unit. If I can kill the enemy Cataphract general, that'd be a huge boost. I am getting some kills on his unit now. Need to retreat here. I'm gonna get destroyed.
Warriors ready.
Let's see if I can chase off his skirmishers.
Back, men.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display. Our general is under attack.
I'm gonna try and go after the Seleucid skirmishers.
Ready. Awaiting orders. We are at your command.
I'm gonna have to pull back and just try and defend.
Order.
Okay, the Seleucid general was forced to retreat.
Riders forward. Riders advance.
Kind of betraying my Iberian cav a little here.
Kill, kill, kill.
Let me see if I can chase down his general.
We await your orders.
I've got my general here to intercept his cav that might be trying to go for my skirmishers. Basically, I just need to not entirely die and see if I can wait to get some reinforcement from General Santucci. Looks like I am going to kill the Seleucid general. I'll go ahead and pull
The
my
men are wavering.
spearmen back over here. Just going to run my Cantabrian cav and see if I can get away for now. If I can neutralize the Seleucid cav here, it's going to be a huge win. Cantabrian cav got away alive. I'm going to see if I can sneak it back in from behind.
The men are wavering.
Yeah, the Seleucid cav is going to be taking some damage here. I'm starting to lose a Scutari cav though, which is very much bad. I might be able to get in behind the see how it looks like General Santucci's holding his own for now. I'm the one who's really in trouble here.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is
I'm going to get a few of his skirmishers here with my Cantabrian cav. I'm going to use this as an opportunity to redirect my slingers into the flank of his thorax swordsman, and I'm just going to pull my infantry further back from this fight. He's going to kill my Cantabrian cav, so I'm not going to have any cav left.
Our men flee the field of battle.
Now I'm just going to try and
Waiting orders.
kill some of his infantry.
Field warriors. As you say. Orders. For honor. Our orders. Orders, my lord.
Neither one of us.
The men are
Well, he's
wavering.
got just a little bit of cav left here. It's in a game of cav with just a couple of men left. I'm going to see if I can shoot him and kill him real quick. There we go.
Skirmishers. Shield warriors.
Could have been bad if they got to me. And basically, I'm just going to wait for General Santucci's help at this point. He did win his fight. So the game for me is the runaway game. I'm going to split up, run away, and try and make this difficult. Oh, there's more cav coming from my skirmishers, so I'm just going to turn and focus fire with all my skirmishers.
Forever loyal. As you wish. We understand. Fill the spire.
This cav did get into my skirmishers, which is very much bad.
The men are wavering.
Finish them. Okay, got him. Alright, so this battle is very much possible again. Just need to get General Santucci over here to help me. Okay. Just run my general this way.
Awaiting orders.
He's using flaming arrows with those archers there. He's got javelin men chasing me, so I've got to get away from this fight. Can't afford to take that kind of beating with my... See more targets of opportunity here. Looks like General Santucci's got cav left as well. Just gonna get my guys.
What are your orders?
Try and weaken up some of his thorax swordsmen here with my javelins. I don't have a particularly large amount of javelins left because I had to use them to get rid of some of his units.
We are at your command. Melee infantry ready. Double time. At speed.
Okay, General Santucci's got some Azet Knights and an Agima Cav around here as well.
Orders, my lord. Advance at speed. Slingers. Shield warriors. At speed. Awaiting orders.
I'm gonna
We have
countercharge
discovered the
these
enemy's
thorax
hidden
swordsmen,
units.
and I'm gonna see if I can chase down these skirmishers.
Orders. Orders. Shield warriors.
I'm gonna sandwich this unit that's gotten a little bit isolated.
We await your orders. Awaiting orders. Ready. Axiarchos.
Just try and keep my skirmishers moving here.
Our allies' general has fallen.
Oh, General Santucci's guy just got taken out with a pillar throw.
Double time.
Okay, we've managed to wipe out some of his skirmishers over here. I do believe we can still win this. I'm gonna split these guys up that are being chased. See if we can isolate this unit out here.
Awaiting orders. Shield warriors. We are at your command. At the ready.
No, actually, we're gonna ignore those guys out here.
What are your
The
orders?
men are wavering.
Catapult glory. Orders. Hello. We await your orders. Infantry at your command. For glory. My lord.
The men are wavering.
Orders, my lord. Awaiting orders. Access.
I'm gonna kill his thorax swordsman.
Shield
At least I'm pretty sure I am. Looks like General Santucci can take out his remaining javelin men, hopefully before they damage me too badly.
What are your orders? Ready to march. At speed. Our orders.
Yep, things are going well here. So, as you saw there with the Lusitani, it was definitely of a necessity for me to fall
The
back.
battle is turning in our favor.
Hurry. Orders. Ready.
Can now use my skirmishers on these thorax pikemen.
Your command.
General Santucci lending me a hammer and anvil charge here. So my veteran shield warrior is doing very well against his sword
Melee
units.
infantry.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
My
Which
lord.
one's used all its ammo? This one? Let's bring it around for a flank.
My lord. Fire. Shield warriors. Infantry at your command. At speed. Awaiting orders. We await.
Basically,
your
I just don't want to give him
orders.
a single direction to defend from since he's using pikes, so it looks like we've got his guys somewhat disorganized here.
Our orders.
Alright, so let's save the replay. G. Oops. Fun 3. Alright, good game to everybody. Good game. That was fun. Hope you all enjoyed these battles on Duck Mod. I find it enjoyable. I like the fact that there's different units to choose from. Elephants and chariots are still powerful, no doubt about it, but they're more expensive, which means it's more of a risk. Look at General Santucci here, racking up a lot of kills. Fantastic job on his part. Look at some of his pikemen being effective here. A lot of times you don't see a lot of pikemen being effective. I might have to go back and see if I can watch that. Azet Knights here, fantastic kills on those units. Let's look at my opponent, who is a Tolosa. Did a good job driving me around and pushing me back. Look at the kills on these Agima Cav here, just thrashing my sword units. But my guys did have shield wall. I don't know if they were perfectly braced, but it ended up giving me an opportunity to get a lot of kills on his guys. Of course, me turning around using my Javelin men to try and kill some of his cataphracts. Any kills that a Javelin man gets on a Hellenic cataphract is worthwhile. Anyway, fun game. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope y'all have enjoyed the broadcast. And let's go back to Flying Elephant Man one last time. Oh, I should look to see some of your comments about Flying Elephant Man, if I can go back far enough. Let's see. Let's see. Perhaps they could combine. You know, there's so many comments, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to find the comments about Flying Elephant Man. I'll have to take a look through it and take a look later. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the broadcast. Again, it's very fun for me to do these, and I will try and do more with you soon. Tell me what you like. Did you like the Duck mod? Do you want to do more stuff here? I think it's great, and I have to say kudos to Duck. I thought you made a nice one here. Hey, Agony's Duck's in the stream, so thanks for joining, Duck. Awesome mod. Alright, so yeah, apparently Duck came in to watch. I hope I did your mod justice here. I thought it was great. I love playing as the Lusitani. I love the rebalance to the units. I love the more expensive elite units. I think it adds an interesting effect to choices in the game. So you can bring elite units and they're still great, but it makes it much more challenging to make it worth it. So in any case, HeirofCarthage signing off for now. It was a fun stream. Hopefully we'll do more in the future.